followings, and you're not going to dissuade their followings. Whoever is tuning in to like this lady that y'all talking about, that's with Ryan, that got her own, that's a so-called journalist. She got her following. You ain't gonna do nothing to dissuade that because them people they are paying her to be lied to. So there's nothing you can do about it. Zero,
Yeah.
nothing. There's nothing you can do about it. These people want to be lied to, and they like, I know they're a liar. Look at Fox News. Fox News is still operating. They still got viewers, even though they settled a defamation. They admitted that they lied. They fired Tucker Carlson. They fired some of their most major hosts before lying. And what happened? They still got viewership. So what that
Yeah.
says, you can't stop. That's the world we live in today. That's
That's
all.
true.
Well, the difference is that's all they put out about me. Pam, you lie about everything. But they never put what I lie about, not once. I said, well, put the lie out. Let me see if I lied. But I can put out your lie. I do debunk your lies with resources and links. That's the difference. Let's go to theft again.
Yeah, the reason I care about it is because Katie Davis Court went to the White House to a roundtable and told the president that we're a war zone in Portland, and her mishandling of the facts can get people killed. I mean, those propagandists want us dead for their racist agenda. That's just how it is, and so it matters. It matters. People are going to. I mean, they're threatening people's lives, and mostly people who are marginalized, people who can't defend themselves. Portland is an easy target because we have a lot of weird people, and they were a target. And she matters because I've seen her clip video so that it looks like something is different than it was, and I've seen her straight up report things differently than I saw them happen, and that matters.
Yeah, that
No,
correct.
so
Correct. Correct.
wait, you're
But
right, wait, real quick.
whoa, hold on a minute. See, no,
No, it's isn't it? It's based off what she's addressing me based on what I said. And I want to be clear. I understand her point. I don't like none of them. I saw the round table with her, Savannah Hernandez or whatever her name is, Nick Sauter and all these other dudes. I saw that we all saw the round table, and I 100% agree. I just know there's nothing I can do about that unless I am like, for an example, when they went down to Canal Street, I didn't know they was down there. Had I knew that he was down there or Savannah, Georgia, I would have ran them off physically, and I would have probably went to jail. Now not in New York City. You got to go. And then, they're going to probably, I got a First Amendment right. I don't care about none of that. You got to go. And they probably would have left, and I would have just took the can. We'd have just been out there fighting. And I would have made it to the point where they'd have said, you know what? Yeah, I ain't going back to New York City no more because, yeah, they're not playing no more. And that's the only thing I can do. And then they can take it back to Trump. See what I mean? Trump, they violent. And I don't care. Fuck Trump. Yeah, Trump. You send them out here, we're going to put hands and feet on them. Send them back again. And then you can send ICE and everybody else. You're in a war. All I can tell you is you're in a war. I do understand you. I don't disagree with what you said, the person that was just speaking, and you're 100% correct. I'm just, I don't know what you can. Well, I do know what you can do, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. I just know that's how I'm going to deal with it on this end where I'm at in New York City. If I find out that they're around and I happen to be able to go, I will pull them to the side and tell them, listen, I understand you getting paid, and I understand Nick sort of whatever, but we're not doing this here. You got to go someplace else. And I know he's not gonna probably leave, but I will try to talk to him, have a conversation with him. And if he doesn't admit to that, I'm gonna physically drag them out, and then the police gonna get involved, and I'm gonna go to jail and everything. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But I mean what I say. Don't come to New York City with that. If she, Kate or whoever, and I don't care about Trump. We don't care about Trump in New York. Fuck him. No one cares. And so yeah, that's why I just wanted to clear that
Yeah,
up. I'm not disagreeing with her, and I understand her.
yeah. I had a bullhorn in my ear there in the front of the ice facility. It hurt so bad. Part of my hearing got lost from it on my right ear. And I ended up calling an ambulance that night. My blood pressure was up 195. The fear that was going through me on top of ice and what they were doing. And then they come here and put bullhorns in my ear. It's one of those that the sound is so horrible. I bent down to my knees. I couldn't take the pain. I could see a little bullhorn across the street saying something, but this was done to hurt you. And that kind of thing has to stop. And if I had a picture of this person, I would have turned him in. I'm telling you, it doesn't show it enough, and had him arrested because that's an assault. And that's the kind of stuff that doesn't need to be down there. But yet they're telling us that we're starting this violence. And that's what's pissing me off because you've done it to me and I haven't done anything to you. But you don't come up and then knock my phone out of my head, pepper spray me, and then say I did something to you to provoke it. That's bullshit and you know it.
How about we go to Freedom Crow? Hello, Freedom.
Hi, friends. So, first of all, what these MAGA dudes do is called trauma porn. What they do is they go and they watch people get stomped on by the state and they make porn about it. They reach their tiny little hands up above people's uh, as they're getting treated by medics for their wounds. They get their tiny little arms reaching up above the medics to get their faces, to dox them, to hurt them more. See, I'm all for people grifting and people paying for that grift. You do you, boo. But I owe $18,000 due right now because I had to defend myself against a fictional feather flash from Nick. He went and bitched like a little
Oh,
piss
hi. I
baby.
didn't know who you were.
He went and
Hi, honey.
bitched like a little piss baby to Trump. And then
Yep.
Trump tells the district attorney to fucking arrest me. And I owe $18,000 today. My house is at risk today because of Nick's lies. So Nick can grift and lie and grab girthy objects and do the accordion hands in trial until the jury does not believe his name is the truth. But that doesn't change my fucking debt because of these assholes.
I knew who you were.
Thank you.
I knew who that was,
Yeah,
Pam. No, thank you,
I
Freedom,
didn't
for
know.
coming up and
Yes.
saying that. Yeah, you. I mean, again, um, perfect example how lies can hurt somebody, not just physically, but with you. I mean, financially. I mean, come on.
I'm an injured
Yeah, I
worker. Like, I got hurt in May working as a stagehand for Cirque du Soleil. I'm fighting a workers' comp system that wants me fucking dead. Like, they're like, no, we're not going to approve imaging for 8 months. We're going to fight you every step of the way. We're going to say we can treat your elbow, but not your bicep. So I make a fucking crow costume. Excuse my language, but I'm here, whatever. I make a crow clown and I go out there to do my First Amendment rights. And I'm leaving. I see Nick get arrested. I get kettled. I get arrested. He barely spends any time in a cell. I'm held for 10 hours, cold, covered in chemicals. They refuse decon wipes. For probably about 9 hours, they let me be gassed. I listened to them do war crimes on people. There was a person, a detained person, who was unresponsive. It took them, I counted out, minutes to get to that person. And when they were found breathing, the Multnomah County Sheriff's deputies in charge of this jail made fun of this man for being found alive. So Multnomah County kills its detainees at a rate that is shockingly worse than the rest of the country. So we're dealing with multiple levels of fuckery. I got thrown into this system after being a clown on Operation Distract a Chud. Okay? I threw my feathers between a dangerous, violent man and a crowd who was just trying to protect a girl who just got her eyes maced. This is $18,000 for my innocence. This is our system. This is what we live in.
Just disgusting. Just disgusting. Pam and I think I was standing next to you, Pam, when we watched that all go down. I think I was near you. I was about 20 feet away when that went all down.
yeah, I was there.
Yeah, yeah. And so you and I both saw with our own eyes. Uh, the story that he was telling at the White House was completely the opposite of what I saw, and I'm certain you saw. Well, you commented on that. And so, yeah, it was just a big lie.
For Christy
And,
Dome to call me
so
the girlfriend of the co-founder of Antifa at the White House 2 days later was gold. I'm telling you, I will live on that high for the rest of my life. That bird-legged hoe said I'm as sophisticated as MS-13 and Hezbollah and Hamas. Hell yeah.
yeah. Hey, before anything, will you please caw for us, please? Come on. Yeah.
Fuck.
Thank you.